selections of the selections of container is very much important. The choice of the container or selections of the container that is depends upon the different factors, the pressures of the systems, product concentrate, the pH of the product, and the physiochemical properties. Because the pressure of the systems, if you are using the metal containers like aluminum or the tin plated containers, so you can maintain the pressure as high as 180 psi or the 160 psi pressures you can maintain in a metal container. But at the same time, if you are using the glass containers, you cannot use more than 25 psi or uh, you have to use below 25 psi pressure. So the pressure for the system, we have seen how to calculate the pressures also when you are added various types of propellant in the formulations, the pressure that will help for the exhalations of your product. So that pressures is very much important while selecting of your the selections of the containers also. We have seen in a propellant the reactions takes place between the propellants and the product content. So sometimes it will liberate the hydrogens that it will exceeds the inside pressures, and sometimes it will causes the ruptures or the bursting of that particular containers also. So the pressure of the system is very much important while selecting the containers. So as I said, for the aluminium, you can maintain 180 psi pressures. For tin plated containers, you can use 140 psi pressures. At the same time, if you are using the plastic containers, you have to maintain the pressure less than 25 psi. You can use the glass. There are two types of glasses, coated glasses and uncoated glasses. So for the coated glasses, you can maintain the pressures up to the 35 psi. But for the uncoated glasses, you have to maintain the pressures up to the 80 psi only. So the pressure plays the important role while selecting the containers, because during the evaluations the containers that are examined for their defect in linings as well as if any metals that we are using, so their conductivity is also measured. So the pressures that plays the important roles for the selection of system. Along with that, the product concentrate also. In a product concentrate, the reactivity that you have to consider here. So aluminium that will react with the hydrogen, that will create a hydrogen, and that will increase the excess amount of pressure inside the containers. And because of that, what will happen when you activate the actuators, the pressure difference will be generated, and sometimes there may be chances of bursting of your container. So what is the product concentrate, whether it is the suspension, whether it is the emulsion, the reactivity of the product with the container materials that has to be taken, that has to be checked. Whether it is a stainless steel, whether it is a tin plated containers, or whether it is the aluminum, mostly glass containers whenever you are using. So in that case, various problems will occur, and mostly the plastic containers. Sometimes leachability will occur. Some plastic material that comes into the what are the product concentrate are there, they will react with the product concentrate, or they will disturb the stability, and that's why product concentrate, the reactivity of the product with the container, that has to be considered along with the product pH of the product, because the product have the low pH, and if the container is utilizing the organic lining to coat the inner wall, so mostly vinyl resins are used in these particular conditions. So that vinyl resins form the tough film, but sometimes it is poorly resistant to the steam, so it can be used for the product that require heat sterilization. So the pH also affect on your means it will react with your container uh, materials, and ultimately what will happen is it will disturb the stability of your product as well as the physiochemical properties. So both are essentially neutrals. Its physiochemical properties of your product concentrate physiochemical properties of your propellants and physiochemical properties of your containers also, and that's why mostly stainless steel as well as the aluminum containers are used because of their in reactivity. As I have discussed one example regarding the alcohol that is reacted with the aluminium. Means consider the you are using the aluminium metal for the aerosol containers. So that aluminium that will reacts with the alcohol, it's ethanol. Most of the aerosol formulations that compose some ethanolic content. If you observe the uh, directions in any sprays or any body spray which will mention there is a ethanolic content which will be highly inflammable will be there. So if you are using the ethanol and along with the aluminium as a metal for the aerosol containers, so that aluminium that will react it with the ethanol, and what will form, they will form the aluminium triethoxanes, and in that case hydrogen is liberated, and that slowly liberated hydrogens that will increase the pressure inside the containers. So what will happen? Obviously, your metal containers now aluminium which will be able to withstand up to 180 psi pressures. But if it is exceeds than 180 psi, obviously it will rupture. So in these particular cases, you have to coated that particular containers with the specific resins. So mostly vinyl resins are used. So suppose when product containing the soap, so same liners are used, but special precautions must be taken during the soldering. Now, these particular containers that are not directly prepared, they are prepared in a three parts. First is body part, head part, and uh, means body part, top part, and the bottom part. And they, with the help of the soldering, they stick together and they will form the total containers. Then your wall assemblies, place, and the sealing will be carried out. So the special precautions that has to be taken in some conditions while selecting these particular types of aerosol containers, will discuss in details about each and every type of containers. So tin plated containers. So basically aerosol containers. There are three types of main aerosol container that can be used. First is your metal containers, under which mostly aluminium, tin, and stainless steel that is used. Second is the glass, where coated as well as the uncoated glass are there. We'll see the advantages, disadvantages of each and every containers, and what are the importance are there. And then plastic containers are there. So these are the three different containers are there, and along with that we'll discuss about the valve if we get the time. So the tin plated steel containers, so it consists of sheets. Means one sheet is there, steel plate, and which is coated with the electrolytic process. Means electroplated sheets are there on the both side with the tin. So that is tin plated steel. Steel ची plate असते त्याला electrolytic process ने tin ने coating केलेलं असतं. So this particular tin shaped plate is prepared and then sheet is cut into the three pieces. As I have said, containers are not prepared directly. They have first prepared in the three different parts: top part, bottom part, and the body part. So that this particular sheet is cut into the three parts: the top, the bottom, that are attached to the body by the soldering method. Now there are advanced methods are there. Previously welding will be carried out, but sometimes during the welding the small gap will be there or some leakage will be there. So that leakage now advancement techniques are there. Soldering will be carried out, so properly sealing or the properly attaching the top part and the bottom part to the body, that will be the carried out. These particularly tin-plated containers are mostly coated with the epoxy or the vinyl coating that is provided, mostly to avoid the corrosions. So mostly alloy resins that are used, phenolic or the vinyls or the epoxy coating that can be provided for the tin plated containers. So first body is shaped into the cylindrical form and seen via soldering. Now the welding eliminates soldering process and save the considerable manufacturing time and as well as decrease the product containers interactions. So first this steel plate sheets is taken, it is electroplated with the help of the tin, then it is cut into the three piece top, bottom and the body. Body is shaped into a cylindrical and then top and bottoms are attached. We'll see one video at the end of these lectures. So we'll come to know how these particularly containers are prepared, how they are tested. So what are the advantages of using the tin plated container is that special protective coatings are applied within the container and that will prevent the corrosions and interactions between the containers and the formulations which is necessary because we have seen if interactions between the containers and the product formulations will happen, what are the different side effects are there. We have seen regarding the alcohol aluminum interactions as well as whenever the soap solutions will be there, so what are the precautions we have to take. So basically the important thing while selecting the container is that uh, is the interactions of the product concentrate with your container material. As I said, now the welding process will be there. Firstly, soldering process will be there. Now, the advanced techniques are there. Soldronic system is there. Advanced system that will decrease the interactions as well as reduce the manufacturing time, as well as the eliminate the soldering and the welding effects. Because during the soldering and as well as the welding, what will happen sometimes pores will be remains and small amount of opening obviously that will affect the pressure to maintain the pressure inside the container also. So now the advanced techniques are there. We'll see the process also, how exactly the containers are prepared. So this is the tin plated container. Then second one, that is the aluminium container. So mostly aluminium container that are used for the inhalations and the topical aerosols. So mostly prepared by the impact extrusion process. Extrusion process means like molds are there. So that aluminium sheets are there that can be directly molded by the extrusion process. The important advantages, it is a light in weight, less fragile and less incompatibility due to its seamless nature and mostly the greater resistance to the corrosions. But the important precautions, as I already discussed, to take while selecting the aluminium as a container, that aluminium that is reacted with the alcohol, and they will form the aluminium trioxides and that hydrogen that will liberated slowly, and that slowly liberated hydrogens they will increase the pressure inside the containers and basically the ruptures can be takes place. So mostly to avoid the corrosions, we can add or we can provide the coating inside of the containers with organic coater like phenolic or the vinyl coating or epoxy coating that also can be provided for the aluminium containers. So the same as the tin plated containers, this particular aluminium containers also some advantages. Then the stainless steel containers, that is mostly uh, after the aluminium and steel, the stainless steel containers are used. But again, the cost of the stainless steel is very much high as compared to the aluminium and the steel. So they are rarely used, but mostly these are used for the inhalations aerosols. Means mostly those are the asthmatic pumps are there in which you have to prepare the canister. So in that canister preparation, mostly stainless steel is used for that preparations of that canister container. So this particular stainless steel container that is used for the inhalation aerosols. Advantages obviously as compared to the aluminium, which is light in weight. These particular stainless steel containers are extremely strong. It is resistant to the many materials. The important advantage of stainless steel, there is no need of coating that has to be provided for the containers, and that's why in most of the pharmaceutical industry all the vessels or all the tanks that are used for the preparation purpose that are prepared with the stainless steel, the special quality stainless steel that is used because it is mostly in reactive with all the content, and like tin plated containers or like aluminum containers, they don't require to provide some internal coating with the epoxy or with the help of the vinyl resin. So obviously it will reduce the cost of the container preparations also, as well as it can withstand the high pressure because of the its means the weight as well as uh, extremely strong as compared to the others. Along with that, obviously it will greater resistance for the corrosions. So this is the main advantages of the stainless steel containers also. But as the cost, as I already discussed, as compared to the as compared to the aluminium and the tin plated containers, the cost is very much high. And the another one disadvantages is that which is restrict its size to the small size container, and that's why which is mostly used in a inhalations aerosol. ऑटोमॅटिक पंप सगळ्यांनी बघितलं असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये एक छोटा कॅन असतो. सो तो तुमच्या त्या पंपमध्ये इन्सर्ट करावा लागतो आणि मग ते स्प्रे केल्यावर तुमचं मटेरियल त्याच्यामध्ये स्पिल आउट होतं. सो इन दॅट पर्टिक्युलर स्मॉल साइज कंटेनर्स वी कॅन यूज द स्टेनलेस स्टील ॲज अ container for the stainless steel material can be used for the preparations of the aerosol containers. So apart from that, as I already discussed, there is another one important thing is the glass containers. Why glass containers are used? As we are seeing various perfume bottles which is having the special aesthetic appeals or which is having specific shapes. So these containers are preferred because of its aesthetic values and absence of the incompatibilities. There are various types of glasses are there. Four types of glass are there. So out of which most of the glass are in reactive with the most of the content. So the absence of the incompatibilities and its aesthetic value means you can modify the glass into the various shape or the shape you require. So along with that the brittleness, but there is a one disadvantages also, that is during the handling or during the traveling also it can be break. So these containers are limited to produce products having the lower pressures and lower percentage of the propellant. So glass containers, as I have already discussed, if you are using the coated glass, you have to use less than 35 psi pressures, and if it is an uncoated glass, you have to maintain the pressures below 25 psi. Or if you are using the plastic coated containers, you can maintain the pressures less than 25 psi. For uncoated glass, it is less than 18 psi. So those products which is having the lower concentrations of the propellants as well as obviously ज्यावेळी तुमचं propellantचं concentration lower असणार आहे त्यावेळी तुमचं जे काही product concentration असणार आहे किंवा जे काही तुमचं pressure inside the container असणार आहे ते obviously low असणार आहे. So mostly used for the topical as well as the methadose aerosols and in a cosmetic formulary. Uh, and basically as I have said the incompatibility, so it is preferred because of its incompatibility viewpoints, so that means the corrosion problems that can be eliminated as compared to the metal containers where most of the times corrosion problems will occur, and the importantly the greater freedom or the greater degree of freedoms in designing the container. You can design in any type of shape. So for that purpose, this particular glass container that we can prefer. So there are two types of glass aerosol containers: uncoated glass containers and a plastic coated glass container. So basically, uncoated glass container, these are the least cost and high clarity, and contents can be viewed at all the times. So basically, but here the pressure inside that particular uncoated glass containers you can maintain up to the 18 psi, 18 to 20 psi pressures you can maintain in an uncoated glass container. But as the same way, if you are using the plastic coated glass container, that this is protected by the plastic coating, and that prevents the glass from the shattering in event of the breakage. So sometimes during the breakage, that plastic coating prevent, or that particular shock absorbing capacity of your glass, that will be the increase because of that plastic coated. So in that particular plastic coated containers, we can maintain the pressures up to the 30 to 35 psi. Okay, so these are the types of containers. And the plastic, again the same thing, while selecting the plastic, its molding capacity, its interactions, that also you have to keep in mind. Uh, so in that particular plastic containers also, you can maintain up to the 25 psi pressure. So here we can say that the factors that we have discussed, the pressures of the system, the reactivity of the product, or reactivity with the product concentrate with your containers, as well as the pH of the product, as well as the physiochemical properties of your product physiochemical properties of the containers, that are plays important roles while selecting the product concentrate. So this is regarding the containers that are used for the aerosol formation. We'll just see one video how the metal containers are prepared in a large scale. So here I will show one video here. Just give me 1 minute. Here we can see the video. It's visible to all of you now.
Yes, sir.
So here we can see these are the sheets are there. Either it can be the aluminum or it could be a tin plated. Now these are cutted into the different parts. Three parts are there, as already we have discussed. Three parts, that is our body parts, then top and the bottom. Okay, but now these are only used for the preparations of the body part. Uh, the remaining top parts and the bottom part that are already prepared, but these are the cuts into the different parts. Now the body shape here, the body, whatever the cutted plates are there, they are given the into the cylindrical shape. Here we can see the cylindrical shape of our cutted plates. So as I said, to avoid the welding and soldering effect, this is the soldronic systems is there, where all the defects of welding and soldering is prevented. Now here, what are the cutted piece of aluminum sheets or welded tin cutted sheets that are converted into the cylindrical form. Now this is our body parts they have first prepared. Okay. Now they will attach the top and the bottom parts with the help of the soldering system. So with the help of the magnetic conveyor, this particular body parts that is conveyed to the attaching part. Now here we can see one part is your top part and one part will be your bottom part. So here we can see how they are attaching. So from one side it will be your bottom part, and one side it will be your top part. So here we can see the top part how it will see, and here the bottom part. Now with the help of the soldering system, these particular two parts getting attached simultaneously, top part as well as the bottom part also. Here we can see this is the empty container is prepared now. This is your top part which is having some openings. Now this particular empty cans that are sent for the testing purpose, because during the quality control testing the containers are also tested. Now here this is not a filled aerosol container, these are the empty aerosol containers. So here we can observe that how the top part is and also the bottom part is also there here. So they are seen with the help of the soldering system. So first, what the plate is gutted into the different parts, then the body is first prepared, and now these are sent for the export purpose. So during that also, the testing is carried out for the containers also. The testing for the containers are examined for the defects in linings will be there. Basically quality control aspects that are including the degree of the conductivity of the electric current that is measured for the exposed metals. Uh, Glass containers that can be used for the that can be examined for the any flaws are there. So this is the process by which basically the cans, empty containers are prepared, whether by using the stainless steel or whether by using the tin plated or any other metal container. For the glass container molding methods that can be used. There is another one video. Means direct molding method video is there. Just 1 minute. This is a method that can be used for the tin plated containers. Here the aluminium sheets is there, and this particular this particular aluminium sheets there you have to prepare to the bottom part and the top part first is prepared, and with the help of the soldering system that are that particularly two parts that are connected with the body. So this is first thing that they have preparing the bottom part first. So simultaneously, the top part is also prepared by making the holes in that particular molded parts. So here, the upper part is being prepared like a top part. So here we can see. So these are the separately prepared parts, top part as well as the bottom part. मागच्या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण बघितलं होतं की टॉप पार्ट आणि बॉटम पार्ट हा कसा डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट केला जातो तर हा तुमचा बॉटम पार्ट या ठिकाणी प्रिपेअर केला जातो आणि मग मगाशी जी आपण मेथड बघितली होती की एका साईडला तुमचा टॉप पार्ट आणि एका तुमचा बॉटम पार्ट हा तुमच्या बॉडी पार्टला सोल्डरिंग मशीनने अटॅच केला जातो. सोल्डरिंग मशीनने तुमचं ते सोल्डरिंग आउट नॉट सोल्डरिंग अटॅच केला जातो आणि तुमचा फायनल कंटेनरचा प्रिपेअर केला जातो विदाउट एनी हॅविंग डिफेक्ट. So it is clear regarding the containers. So the remaining part regarding valve assembly and valve systems that will cover in a next lecture. Okay, so we'll stop here. Tomorrow's lecture is cancelled. I will conduct this lecture on Tuesday or Wednesday. Rehearsal lectures will off, so I will conduct the lecture. Okay, so another one component that we have covered here, that is containers. So the remaining part regarding the valves, valve assembly, meter dose inhalers, that will covered in a next lecture. Okay, thank you.